HBU Huskies baseball. This is HBU Huskies baseball on your home for Houston Baptist University Athletics, the Husky Sports Network. The Husky Sports Network is powered by the Legacy Sports Network. And HBU Baseball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Pepsi, IBEW Local 716, Firehouse Subs, Kolache Factory, HUB International, and Doubletree Suites Hotels. Now it's just about time for the first pitch, so let's go out to the ballpark and get ready for HBU Huskies baseball.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Husky Field for the start of this Southland Conference series between your HBU Huskies and the Abilene Christian Wildcats. I'm Russ Renaud, Director of Media Relations for the HBU Athletic Department, welcoming you here on this Easter weekend as we celebrate here on the HBU campus. Hopefully you're celebrating at home as well. Get out to the ballpark. With the day off tomorrow, it's a good chance to get out and catch your Huskies here at home this weekend in conference play. The Abilene Christian Wildcats come in with a record of 9-20 overall, only 1-14 in the Southland Conference. And the Wildcats, good offensively, but have struggled a bit on the mound, and that's where the problem lies with Abilene Christian. They have no problem scoring runs. It's just keeping the other team off the board. The Huskies coming in, up and down type of season, 14-15 overall, 6-6 in the Southland Conference. The Huskies started off the year by getting swept at Nichols, and then came back and swept Southeastern Louisiana, so it's just been kind of a back and forth for HBU, and Huskies looking to get something going on the offensive end. About a opposite team from Abilene Christian, where the Huskies have struggled at times offensively, but the pitching is held up for the most part. So Huskies looking to get some runs on the board and get some support behind their strong pitching staff. We'll take a look at the Southland Conference standings here on the HBU Baseball pregame show. Sam Houston State still undefeated at 12-0. McNeese is 13-2. Stephen F. Austin in third at 9-3. Southeastern Louisiana and New Orleans tied for fourth at 8-7, while the Huskies are in sixth at 6-6. Central Arkansas is 7-8. Nichols is 5-7, tied with Texas A&M Corpus Christi, who's also 5-7. Lamar is 6-9. Incarnate Word is 4-8. Northwestern State is 3-9. And as we said, the Wildcats are 1-14. The schedule looks like this for the weekend. Sam Houston State is at Stephen F. Austin. Incarnate Word is at Nichols. Northwestern State is at Southeastern Louisiana. Texas A&M Corpus Christi is at Lamar, and New Orleans is at McNeese. There is one non-conference series going on this weekend. Dallas Baptist is at Central Arkansas. Remember, with the holiday weekend, Easter Sunday, all the series moved up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So tomorrow, with our schedule, we'll have 2 o'clock start tomorrow, then a 1 o'clock start on Saturday, so not much different than a normal weekend here at HBU. When we come back on the HBU Baseball pregame show, sit down with head coach Jared Moon and get you the starting lineups, and we'll get on to the first pitch. You're listening to HBU Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association, because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Back on the HBU Baseball Pregame Show, Russ Renaud, joined now by head coach Jared Moon. And, Coach, you know you've got a key stretch of Southland Conference games coming up, and I'm sure your team knows that, but how important is it for them to realize that you can only control one day at a time?
Yeah, and that's one of the things we talked about the other day. You know, I told them a while back we had 9 games coming up. I wanted to try to go 8-1, 7-2 in those 9, but you know, after struggling last weekend and dropping 2 of the 3 to Central Arkansas, at this point, I mean, we're playing, you know, Abilene, who's they've been struggling. I think they're 1-14 in conference right now. But you know, I told them yesterday that today's the most important game of the year until Friday, and then that'll be the most important game of the year until Saturday. So we have to treat every day like it's the most important game and mentally approach every game that way. And if we can do that and stay locked in and be able to play at a high level and understand the importance of each game at this point, you know, then hopefully, you know, we should be able to come up with a good result each day. But, you know, Abilene, they're kind of scary. You don't know what to think. I mean, they swing it pretty well. On the mound, it looks like they struggle quite a bit. So, you know, 1 through 5 of their hitters can hurt you at any given moment. So, you know, hopefully Addison will be able to settle in early and keep them in check. But, you know, on the offensive side, we just got to do what we're capable of doing and not try to do more. You know, we've got to execute the small game and just situational hitting, and that's what's hurt us in the past. So hopefully we can overcome that today.
Yeah, and this week your midweek game got rained out, and the schedule's been kind of choppy where you don't get that look midweek. And how is it important to keep those guys going and get the at bats that you need?
We were able to do some stuff yesterday. Yeah. We had a couple of guys throwing who probably won't be throwing this weekend, but you know, guys still were able to get 3, maybe 4 at bats each. So we were able to do that. You know, we've had some guys struggling. We've had some guys climbing out of it. So we just got to, like I've always said, hitting is contagious. So hopefully, you know, we can start getting guys on. And, you know, we moved DePretta up again to the 5 hole because, I mean, as of late, the last 30 at-bats, he's been one of our better hitters. So hopefully, you know, we can get a lot of guys on in front of him, and the guys down at the bottom can pick it up.
All right. Well, good luck today, Coach.
Thank you.
That's head coach Jared Moon. You're listening to the HBU Baseball Pregame Show. We'll be right back with the starting lineups and then the first pitch right after this.
Are you looking for a totally free checking account? Houston Federal Credit Union has it, and it's packed with free services like mobile banking with person-to-person transfers and mobile bill pay. And Houston Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of HBU athletics. So stop by their office at 6808 Bentliff Drive and experience a better way of banking. Visit HoustonFCU.org for more information. Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Russ Renaud back on the HBU Baseball Pregame Show. We'll quickly get you the starting lineups while the head coaches are still meeting at home plate. First for Abilene Christian, 9-20 overall, 1-14 in the Southland Conference. And head coach Britt Bonneau, his lineup looks like this. Leading off and playing left field is Dalen Farkas. Batting second at catcher, Cole Solomon. Batting third in center field is Derek Scott. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Luis Trevino. And batting fifth in right field is Russell Crippen. Batting sixth, the DH, Anthony Dominguez. And batting seventh, the second baseman, Aaron Draper. Batting eighth at shortstop is Mark Pearson. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Hillen Warren. On the mound today for the Wildcats is left-hander Nick Skeffington. And for your Huskies, coming in with a record of 14-15, 6-6 in the Southland, head coach Jared Moon in his 12th season at HBU, his alma mater. Leading off and playing center field is Zane Otten. Batting second, the right fielder Brandon Brentz. Batting third and left field is Spencer Halloran. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Jake Pulshawn. Batting fifth at shortstop is Tyler DePretta Johnson. Batting sixth, the DH, Matt Heck. Batting seventh at third base is Austin Zillweger. And batting eighth, the catcher, Blake Thomas. And rounding out the lineup for the Huskies, second baseman, Jack Fitzgerald. On the mound today for HBU is right-hander Addison Russ. Coaches are still meeting at home plate, but we will take a break as they're just about set to run out the starting lineups, get to the prayer and the national anthem. We'll take a break for that and then bring you the first pitch of this series between HBU and Abilene Christian. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
You just hit the flavor motherload. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses. Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices. Just look at our club on a sub. And by look, he means try. Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon.
Firehouse subs.
Starting at only $5.49. One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now
we know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel, so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, 2 peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
And welcome to Husky Field on a beautiful day in Houston, Texas for the series opener between your HBU Huskies and the Abilene Christian Wildcats. Russ Renaud, Director of Media Relations for the HBU Athletic Department here, bringing you all the action this weekend and all season long on YouTube and the Legacy Sports Network. Thanks for checking in on HBUHuskies.com. On the mound today for HBU, senior right-hander Addison Russ, 6'1", 180 pounds. From Amarillo, Texas, went to Randall High School and Lakeland College in Illinois. Addison making his 9th start of the year. He's 1-3 with a 3.04 ERA. He's given up 19 runs, 17 of them earned on 40 hits, 39 strikeouts and 18 walks in 50 and 1/3 innings. Opponents are hitting .229 against Russ. Leading it off for Abilene Christian will be the left fielder Dalen Farkas, followed by the catcher Cole Solomon and the center fielder Derek Scott. The middle third of the order, Luis Trevino, Russell Crippen, Anthony Dominguez. In the bottom third is Aaron Draper, Mark Pearson, and Hillen Warren. Your umpires for today's game: behind the plate, Chris Simons. At first base is Joe Smith, and at third base is Matt Martinez. Dimensions here at Husky Field: 330 down the lines, 380 in the gaps, 400 to on either side of the batter's eye. In center field, it's about 405 to straightaway center. We're just about set to go here in the series opener as Farkas, right-handed batter, about to dig in against Addison Russ. It's about 82 degrees at game time. Cloudy sky. Some blue mixed in there. Wind blowing out of the east-southeast, about 8 miles per hour. So it's blowing towards left field. And Russ's first pitch is on the way and fouled back by Farkas, and we are underway. That pitch is down low, and it's 1-1. Defense for Addison Russ's catcher is senior Blake Thomas. Over at first base is Jake Pulshaw. At second, Jack Fitzgerald. At short, Tyler DeBrenna Johnson. And at third is Austin Zillweger. Another foul ball by Farkas, and it's 1-2. In the outfield, Spencer Halloran in left, Zane Otten in center, Brandon Brentz in right field. One and two, the count on Farkas. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Thomas can't hold on to it, but he does throw it down to first to complete the strikeout.
Catcher number 26, Cole Solomon.
That'll bring up Cole Solomon, freshman catcher from Coppell, Texas. It's hitting .246, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 12 runs scored. Pitch just misses high, and it's 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike one. Solomon is switch hitter, batting from the left side here against the righty Addison Russ. 1-1 pitch. Pop foul on the left side. So 1-2 count, 1 out, and the base is empty. Just underway here at Husky Field. 1-2 pitch, bounces about 1.5 feet in front of the plate, and the count evens up on Solomon. Pitch, a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Addison Russ. He has struck out the first 2 here in this game.
The center fielder, number 7, Derek Scott.
Now that'll bring up Derek Scott, sophomore center fielder from Abilene High School. Hitting .331. and swings at the first pitch, and a drive into right center field. Otten coming on, can't get there. So a single for Derek Scott on the first pitch he sees. So that's Scott hitting .331. He has 9 doubles, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, and leads the Wildcats with 26 runs scored. Now it'll bring up Luis Trevino, junior first baseman from Mission, Texas. Came to Abilene from Navarro College. Hitting .365, 14 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 28 RBIs to lead ACU, and 19 runs scored. Throw over to first. Skips in the dirt. Pulshawn able to dig it out. Derek Scott, the leading base stealer for ACU. It's 13 for 16 on the season, so Addison keeping a close eye on him over at first. Doesn't have a huge lead. First pitch up and in to Trevino. Runner goes, and a ground ball back up the middle and through. Second baseman Jack Fitzgerald was going to cover the bag on the stolen base attempt. And Trevino just put it behind him and out of his reach. So now runners on the corners with 2 outs for Russell Crippen. And Crippen leading the Wildcats with a .378 batting average, 13 doubles, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs, and 21 runs scored. There's a breaking ball for a strike to Crippen. After Russ struck out the first 2, the next 2 with singles. Trevino's a hit and run single, allowing Scott to go all the way to third. The 0-1 to Crippen, down low and blocked by Thomas. Russ comes set, and now the 1-1 pitch. Crippen, a swing and a miss. It's 1-2, 2 outs. Runner at each corner. 1-2 from Russ. Down and in. Russ strikes out the side, but gave up a pair of singles. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
At the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, we're dedicated to the dedicated, who lace up before sunrise, who don't let a hard hit keep them down, who want the ball when the game's on the line. So team up with the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute at Texas Medical Center, Memorial City, or the Woodlands, where our affiliated surgeons, specialists, and physical therapists offer all athletes the elite care they need to forge ahead.
The good news is America is coming back. More jobs, more building, more of what makes our country great. And more cities and towns, more small businesses and big corporations are choosing the highly skilled, highly trained members of the IBEW to do the work. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is committed to doing the job right, on time, safely. America's making a big comeback, and the IBEW is proud to do our part.
And to the bottom of the first inning here at Husky Field. Zane Otten to lead it off for the Huskies, followed by Brandon Brents and Spencer Halloran. They'll be facing freshman left-hander Nick Skeffington, 6'2", 170 pounds, from Arlington, Texas, Martin High School. Making his fourth start, fifth appearance, 1-2 record, 8.49 ERA. He's given up 11 runs on 21 hits, 11 strikeouts, 6 walks in 11 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting .389 against Skeffington. So it'll be the Huskies' leading hitter average-wise, Zane Otten, senior center fielder from Corsicana, hitting .337, 4 doubles, 3 triples, 9 RBIs, and 16 runs scored, and lifts the first pitch into right field, but right at Crippen for out number 1. Rest of the defense for the Wildcats. Start on the infield. Behind home plate is Solomon. Trevino at first, Draper at second, Pearson at short, Warren at third. Farkas is in left, Scott in center, and Crippen is in right field. That'll bring up Brandon Brents, the only left-handed batter in the lineup for HBU, facing the lefty Skeffington. And ball 1 misses outside. Brandon, senior right fielder from Murrieta, California, hitting .258, 8 doubles, a home run, 12 RBIs, 17 runs scored. That pitch misses outside as well, same spot. 2-0 to Brents. First baseman Trevino playing on the edge of the grass, as is Warren at third. And that's ball 3 high. So Trevino will move back to his normal spot. And that pitch is a called strike. Just hitting the upper corner of the zone on the outside. 3-1 pitch to Brents. And that one comes back, hits the upper part of the zone on the inside corner. So now it's 3-2. Payoff pitch, Brents with a swing and a foul back. Skeffington into the windup and a payoff pitch. Popped up down the right field line. Crippen is there. Called off by the second baseman. Draper makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 2.
Left fielder number 14, Spencer Halloran.
Now to bring up Spencer Halloran. Junior left fielder from Sheffield, Iowa, hitting .336, 7 doubles, 4 triples, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs, and 27 runs scored. Off-speed pitch from Skeffington draws a swing and a miss. Curveball. Called strike 2 to Halloran. Tries to come back with another curveball and misses inside. Started Halloran off with 3 straight breaking balls. He reaches up off the glove of Skeffington. The shortstop, Pearson, comes in. It's going to be a base hit and infield single for Spencer Halloran. Skeffington might have been better off just letting that one go and letting Pearson make the play on his own. He skips off the top of the glove and slows it down enough that Pearson didn't have a really good shot at getting Halloran at first. So now Jake Pulshon to the plate, the junior first baseman from Menifee, California. Hitting .279, 6 doubles, 15 RBIs, and 12 runs scored. Off-speed pitch outside for ball 1. Skeffington sets and throws over to first. Halloran 2 for 3 on stolen base attempts this season. Huskies as a whole don't go for straight steals much. And that pitch is up high for ball 2. Zane Otten leads the Huskies 7 stolen bases on 11 attempts. Huskies will hit and run a lot. There's a strike, and it's 2-1. Runner bluffs going, and Skeffington misses high with ball 3. Now the runner's on the move. A swing and a pop-up down the right field line. And that ball is going to fall down for a base hit. Stays just fair, and Halloran able to scamper all the way to third. Spencer had no idea where the ball was. Halloran thought the ball had been caught, but was headed for the dugout after he got to third. And Coach Jared Moon had to tell him, get back on the base. First and third for Tyler DePretta Johnson, the junior shortstop from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Sitting .320, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, 10 RBIs, 16 runs scored. Swings the first pitch and a pop-up on the left side, and that'll get out of play. Runners at first and third. Infield single by Halloran, then a bloop single down the right field line by Pulshon. And ball 1 outside to DePretta Johnson. One and 1 the count. Runners at first and third for HBU here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Breaking ball in for strike 2. Skeffington sets. And now the 1-2 pitch up high to even the count. Two-two pitch and a breaking ball that misses high. Full count on DePretta Johnson. Pulshon's going to be on the move on the pitch with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. There it goes and misses outside. and the bases are loaded. So that'll bring up Matt Heck, the junior designated hitter from Midlothian, Texas, hitting .241, 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, 9 RBIs, and 8 runs scored. Heck up with 2 outs. The base is full for HBU here in the first inning. The pitch from Skeffington is driven deep to left, and get the heck out of here. A grand slam home run for Matt Heck and the Huskies. Oh, that one looked fair. They called it foul. That looked like it was gone. Not wasted that home run call. So we'll come back and do it again. It's an 0-1 count. Sorry about that one. Looked like it was going to be a fair ball. Took a wicked left turn. 0-1 pitch. Down low for ball 1. Pop up on the right side. And that's going to get in to the Abilene Christian bullpen on the first base side. And now 1-2 on Matt Heck, who just missed a grand slam on the first pitch of this at-bat. One-two pitch, breaking ball popped up on the infield. Warren calling off Pearson. Now Pearson calling off Warren. Pearson makes the catch for the third out. We go to the second inning. No score between HBU and ACU. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sofia Vergara. Yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi.
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
Top of the second inning in Houston. No score between HBU and Abilene Christian. Be Anthony Dominguez to lead it off for the Wildcats. Freshman designated hitter from Fort Worth and Chisholm Trail High School. Hitting .259. 4 doubles, a home run, 12 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. Russ, his first pitch is driven to center. Otten drifting back and makes a catch for the first out. Huskies in their home whites today. White pants, white tops. Huskies in blue block letters across the front. Orange numbered on the front, blue on the back. home cap, blue on top, orange bill, orange interlocking HBU on the front. First pitch to Aaron Draper is a called strike. Senior second baseman from Plano West High School, hitting .205. A double, a triple, 9 RBIs and 10 runs scored. Takes ball 1 outside. Wildcats in their road gray pants today, purple tops. ACU across the front, the white numbers. Black Cats today with a purple bill. ACU on the front. Swinging a fly ball into center. Otten comes in and makes a catch for out number 2.
The shortstop, number 12.
Now sophomore shortstop Mark Pearson comes to the plate. It's from Abilene and Abilene High School. Batting .207, 5 doubles, a home run, 9 RBIs, and 15 runs scored. Swings at the first pitch, sends Otten racing back towards left center, and Zane can't get there. It's off the warning track, and Zane is down on the warning track. It's going to be a stand-up double. Zane Otten fell on the warning track. Head coach Jared Moon and the training staff now going out there to check on him. Otten looked like he had a beat on that ball. Not sure really what happened as he fell. Zane got up pretty much right away. Does look okay. Seems to be trying to stretch out the shoulder. I don't know if he fell awkwardly on the shoulder and stayed down for a second, but waving that left arm around, trying to loosen up the left arm. But Zane's going to stay in the game.
The third baseman, number 33, Hillen Warren.
So that'll bring up Hillen Warren, junior third baseman. He's from the Woodlands, went to Glenn College. Hitting .103. No extra base hits, 1 RBI. 4 runs scored, making his 9th start of the year. Comes up with 2 outs and a runner at second. Pops up the first pitch right behind home plate. Blake Thomas is there. Makes the catch for the final out. When we head to the bottom of the second, still no score. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Recording artist Kevin Fowler.
Oh, I love the sound of fast boats racing, rooster tails are flying high. Love to hear all my riding friends rocking, howling at the full moonlight. Love to see those fireflies buzzing, lighting up the southern sky. Yeah, I'm a hell-bent 100% Texan till I die. Like lots of 100% Texans, I love having a good time on the water. But remember, nobody's waterproof. Play it safe. Wear a life jacket and designate a driver for the boat and for a safe ride home. Follow these tips and there'll be a lot more days for you to play in this great state of Texas. Nobody's waterproof, yeah, that's a hell-bent truth, and you know it ain't no lie.
Sponsored by Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Austin Zellweger to lead it off for the Huskies here in the second inning against Nick Skeffington. Be followed by Blake Thomas and Jack Fitzgerald. First pitch is down low for a ball. Huskies left the bases loaded in the first inning. After Matt Heck had just missed a grand slam by inches. Heck went on to pop out to end the inning. And still no score as we go to the second. Zellweger, senior third baseman from Humble. They pop up behind home plate. We'll see if Solomon has room. He does. And makes the catch right in front of the screen for out number one. Brings up Blake Thomas, senior catcher from Austin, hitting .263, 1 double, 6 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. Curveball for strike one. And breaking ball called strike two. Skeffington has been a lot more effective with the curveball than he has with the fastball. The 0-2 pitch. And that fastball misses high. Hasn't been hitting the zone with the fastball, but able to throw the curve. Comes back with a curveball that misses down in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Thomas calls time. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back. Two-two pitch on the way to Thomas, up high for ball three. See if Skeffington comes back with a full count curveball to Thomas. Nope, goes with the fastball and a fly ball to left. Farkas is there. Makes the catch for the second out.
Second baseman, number 10, Jack Fitzgerald.
So 2 outs and the base is empty. Jack Fitzgerald at the plate. Junior second baseman from Mason City, Iowa, hitting 186. A double, a home run, 5 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. A drill to left center field, but Farkas going over, making the catch for the third out. Head to the third inning. Still no score. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Is it time to buy your first or next car? Let Houston Federal Credit Union help. Their super low rates and easy payment terms can save you a lot of money. Plus, their fast approval will put you behind the wheel of your dream car in no time. Stop by their office near campus at 6808 Bentliff Drive or visit them online at houstonfcu.org and let them help you get the very best deal on your new or pre-owned car or truck. Experience a better way of banking at Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Russ Renault back here at Husky Field. Scoreless tie as we head to the top of the third inning. Addison Russ to face the top of the order in Dalen Farkas. Cole Solomon and Derek Scott. Farkas struck out in his first time up to lead off the game. Now hitting .301. First pitch on the way to Farkas. It's a breaking ball down and away. Swinging a foul tip. It's 1-1 to Farkas. Farkas, a sophomore from Milton, Georgia. The 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner for strike two. 1-2. There's a drive down the left field line, and that ball is foul. So Farkas, the deep drive to left and had plenty of distance. Russ with another 1-2. This is down low to even the count. HBU softball in action today. Doubleheader at Stephen F. Austin. The Huskies win game one, 3-1. 2-2 pitch and a drive into right center and a base hit. Farkas on with a leadoff single.
Catcher number 26.
Emily Mueller going the distance for HBU softball, getting the victory. 1 run on 4 hits. Heidi Jaquez with an RBI. Cassie James driving in 2. So HBU softball, 3-1 winner over Stephen F. Austin today. So now Cole Solomon, the batter. He struck out his first time up. Austin Zellweger inside at third, and that pitch is too far inside from Russ and hits Solomon as he squared around to bunt. So now runners at first and second, nobody out.
Center fielder number 7, Derek Scott.
Derek Scott singled his first time up. Zellweger and Pulshawn in on the grass, expecting a bunt. Scott does square, gets it down the third baseline. Zellweger fields it. The throw on to first, a sacrifice bunt for Derek Scott. Moves both runners into scoring position.
First baseman number 24, Luis Trevino.
So now Luis Trevino at the plate with 1 out, runners at second and third. Trevino with a single his first time up. The only infielder not in on the edge of the grass for the Huskies is the shortstop Tyler DePretta Johnson. And a drive into left. It's going to be a base hit. And both runners being waved home. The throw to the plate is not in time to get Solomon, so a 2-run single for Trevino. Looked like the Huskies were going to have a chance to get Solomon. He was right on the heels
Right fielder,
of Farkas,
Russell Crippen.
but able to get in front of the tag of Blake Thomas. So it's 2-0 Wildcats here in the third inning. 1 out with Russell Crippen at the plate and a runner at first. Crippen struck out 2 in the first inning. Drives this one into right center, another base hit. Third hit of the inning for ACU.
Designated hitter number 13, Anthony Dominguez.
Starting off with a single by Farkas, then a hit by pitch on Solomon. Sacrifice bunt by Scott. Trevino with a 2-run single, and then Crippen follows with a single. Now Dominguez to the plate, flied out to center to lead off the second inning. 1 out, runners at first and second. Outside for ball 1. That one's outside, and the throwback to first is in time to get Crippen. Thomas with the fake out was looking towards second and threw it to first. So it's 2-0 on Dominguez, but Crippen picked off by Thomas. So now 2 outs and a runner at second. Ground ball to second. Fitzgerald up with it. The throw to Pulshan in time for the out, but ACU scores twice. Lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sophia Vergara. Yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi.
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
Back to the top of the order for HBU here in the third inning. Zane Otten to lead it off, followed by Brandon Brents and Spencer Halloran against the lefty, Nick Skeffington. ACU scored twice in the top of this inning and lead at 2-0. Otten squares around to bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike 1. That pitch is called strike 2, 0-2. Breaking ball, chopper up the third baseline. Warren gloves it, but not in time as Otten beats it out for an infield single. Thought Warren might have a chance after not letting it bounce that second time. But Otten just moves up the line and reaches first. So Zane's hit safely in 6 straight now. And Brandon Brent's at the plate. Brandon popped up to second his first time up. Runner goes. Pitch is high. The throw to second is not in time. Zane Otten with his 8th stolen base of the season. Want to know the count to Brent's. Otten at second now. Pop up into right field. Second baseman Draper takes it. Makes the catch for the first out.
Left fielder number 14, Spencer Halloran.
Now Spencer Halloran to the plate. Infield single his first time up. Batting here with the runner at second, 1 out. Huskies trailing 2-0, bottom of 3. Pitch misses low for ball 1. Off-speed pitch, missing outside. Fastball for a strike, and it's 2-1 to Halloran. Two-on pitch. That one skips in the dirt, but not far away, and enough from Solomon for Otten to move up. So it's 2-2. Skeffington checks the runner. Now comes Seth. 2-2 pitch on the way. Halloran with a chopper to third. Warren comes in and he bobbles it. And now he doesn't have a play. It's going to be an error that allows Spencer Halloran to reach and Zane Otten to move up to third.
First baseman number 40, Jake Pulshan.
So Jake Pulshan at the plate with 2 on and 1 out. And a bloop single down the right field line his first time up. Runner goes from first, a breaking ball, and an easy stolen base for Halloran. Called strike 1 to Pulshan. Third stolen base of the season for Spencer Halloran. That curveball misses down low for ball one. Fastball misses up high. 2-1 the count to Pulshan. It's 50 pitches for Skeffington. 29 have been for strikes. And up high for ball three. 3-1 the count. Runners at second and third. Skeffington sets, and now the pitch. And that one misses for ball four. Bases loaded for Tyler DePretta Johnson with one out.
Tyler DePretta Johnson.
It's going to bring a visit from pitching coach Brad Flanders. Skeffington has loaded the bases for the second time this game. Huskies loaded them in the first inning, and it appeared that Matt Heck had unloaded them with a grand slam, but it just missed foul. That was with two outs, and Skeffington would come back to get Heck later in the at-bat to end the inning. This is with one out, and Tyler DePretta Johnson at the plate. Otten at third, Halloran at second, Pulshan at first. Otten got this started with an infield single. He stole second base. Halloran reached on an error. Then Pulshan was walked. Pitch down low to DePretta Johnson for ball one. Tyler walked in the first inning to load the bases. Swing and a pop-up on the right side, and Trevino runs out of room. So it's 1-1. Skeffington into the stretch. Now the pitch. DePretta Johnson with a swing and a foul ball for strike two. Here's the pitch. Down and in for a ball. Skeffington with a 2-2. And a line drive back up the middle, a base hit. Halloran being waved home after Otten scores. And we are tied up 2-2.
Designated hitter number 5, Matt Heck.
So Tyler DePretta Johnson now with a 10-game hitting streak, giving the Huskies a tie here in the third inning, 2-2. And that brings up Matt Heck. Popped up to short to end the first inning after just missing a grand slam on the first pitch of that at-bat. That one's driven to center, and that is down for a base hit. And the throw to third, Pulshan just gets in time. Matt Heck with a single to center. It was almost a fielder's choice in an 8-5 putout. Pulshawn had to wait for the ball to get down. Scott making the deke in center field, making a strong throw to third, but Pulshawn just able to get back in. Now it looks like that's going to be it for Skeffington. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the Wildcats' new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my groups.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
New pitcher into the game for Abilene Christian. It's going to be freshman right-hander Jonas Smith. He's from Austin McCallum High School. Smith making his team-leading 13th appearance. 1-2 with a 5.06 ERA. He's given up 14 runs, 12 of them earned on 25 hits, 8 strikeouts, 8 walks in 21 1/3 innings. Comes in here with the bases loaded and 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. Score tied up at 2. The last 4 Huskies have reached base. Single by Mac Heck loaded the bases. Tyler DePretta Johnson had a 2-run single, and Jake Pulshawn walked after Spencer Halloran reached on an error. Be Austin Zellweger with the bases loaded and 1 out. And that pitch is inside. Zellweger hit by a pitch on Smith's first pitch, and that'll force in a run. RBI for Zellweger. And the Huskies lead it 3-2. Now that brings up Blake Thomas, senior catcher, 0 for 1. Flight out to left, his first time up. Fastball outside for ball 1. Smith hangs out over the mound, looking in with that arm dangling. Now comes set. Comes up high near the neck. And a swing and a foul back by Thomas, and it's 1-1. Smith taking a long look in. Now comes set. 1-1 pitch, taken down low for ball 2. Bases loaded for the Huskies here in the 3rd. Still 1 out. A ground ball back up the middle, barehanded by the pitcher Scott. And a double play turn by ACU. Nice play by Smith, the pitcher. Smith barehanding that ball back up the middle to get the Wildcats out of that inning. The Huskies score 3, lead at 3-2. As we head to the fourth, you're listening to HBU Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
You just hit the flavor motherload.
Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses.
Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices.
Just look at our club on a sub.
And by look, he means try.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon.
Firehouse subs. Starting at only $5.49.
One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to houstonfcu.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
So 1-2-3 double play ends the bottom of the third inning. The Huskies had the bases loaded and looking to add to a 3-2 lead. Addison Russ now working with the lead and will face Aaron Draper, Mark Pearson, Hillen Warren. Bottom third of the order for the Wildcats here in the top of the fourth inning. Draper flied out to center his first time up. So ACU scored 2 runs in the top of the third inning. Huskies answer with 3. And that's where we stand, 3-2, top of the fourth. Russ with the first pitch on the way to Draper, down low for ball 1. There's a fastball in there for a strike. Take a look at the Southland Conference scoreboard this half inning. There's a ground ball back up the middle and through for a base hit. Leadoff single for Draper.
The shortstop, number 12, Mark Pearson.
That'll bring Mark Pearson up. This is the only game in progress right now. Sam Houston State is at Stephen F. Austin. They're about to get underway. Then 6 o'clock starts the rest of the evening. Texas A&M Corpus Christi at Lamar, Northwestern State at Southeastern Louisiana, New Orleans at McNeese, Incarnate Word at Nichols, and Dallas Baptist at Central Arkansas. Pearson squares to bunt. Can't get it down, fouls it off. Swears the bunt. Doesn't get it down. That is strike 2 to Draper. And Draper at first. Pearson the batter. Split finger missing outside, and it's 2-2. Two and two, runner at first, nobody out, top of the fourth inning. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second is not in time. Strikeout and a stolen base for Draper.
Third baseman, number 33, Helen Warren.
Third strikeout of the game for Addison Russ. Check that, make that fourth strikeout. Did strike out the side in the first inning after did give up back-to-back singles, but all 3 outs that inning via the strikeout. Now Helen Warren at bat, the runner at second. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Warren popped up to the catcher, Thomas, to end the second inning. Pitch misses inside, 1-1. Draper leads away from second. Now the pitch on the way. It's fouled back. Russ looks in. Gives a nod to Thomas. Checks the runner at second. Now the pitch. Warren just gets a piece of it to stay alive. 1-2. Russ with another 1-2 pitch and a breaking ball in the inside corner, and Warren goes down looking. The 2 outs in the top of the order. Dalen Farkas comes up. Farkas 1 for 2. Struck out in the first inning, but singled to lead off the third and came around to score. First pitch to Farkas. It's a breaking ball that misses high. Spin, throw towards second. Draper back in. Want to know the count on Farkas. Pitch on the way from Russ. Swung on and missed. Here's the 50th pitch of the game for Addison. Thrown 34 for strikes. Saw ACU starter Nick Skeffington reach that 50 pitch mark, and that was about it for him. After loading the bases twice in the third inning. Pitch down low for ball 2. Really got bailed out by Jonah Smith. And that barehanded stop, 1-2-3 double play to end the third inning. Limit the Huskies to only 3 runs. So it's 3-2 HBU, top of the fourth. 2-1 count on Farkas. Can't check his swing, and it's 2-2. 2 outs. Draper at second base. Singled the lead off this inning. And Stoll second. Swing and a miss. Russ gets the strikeout. Strikes out the side for the second time this game. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. HBU 3, ACU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
But what about you? When you text that really cute guy you met at a party on Friday, and he immediately texts you back, you celebrate with an ice-cold Pepsi. Sounds good, doesn't it?
But why stop there? The refreshing taste of Pepsi is the perfect way to celebrate anything. Like when you and your roommate order a pizza and the delivery guy throws in extra breadsticks, no charge. That's worth a Pepsi celebration. Break out the Pepsi.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. HBU with a 4-3 lead over Abilene Christian.
Off for the Huskies, the second baseman.
It'll be Jack Fitzgerald to lead it off for the Huskies. Then back to the top of the order with Zane Otten, Brandon Brents. Jack flied out to left in the 2nd inning, but ripped the pitch he saw. Farkas had to make a good play to get there. So now facing the right-hander Smith for the first time. Smith got he hit a batter and then got a 1-2-3 double play to end the inning. Hit batter he had was the go-ahead run. Pop up on the infield. Trevino coming in and just makes a catch a foot inside of fair territory.
The center fielder, number 9, Zane Otten.
We'll go back to the top of the order with Zane Otten. Singled, stole a base, and scored last inning after flying out to right his first time up. Zane with an infield single. And that one is ripped into left. That one's a clean single into the outfield. Zane is 2 for 3 today.
The right fielder, number 2, Brandon Brents.
Now Brandon Brents to the plate. Brandon has popped up to second base both times, so he's 0 for 2. Zane stole a base last inning. See if he's on the move again. It's a throw over by Smith. Throw was high, but a better throw over to first would have made that play pretty close. Another throw over, and that one is a little bit better and does make the play close. First pitch to Brents is low and outside. Well, thank everybody for watching us on YouTube. listening on the Legacy Sports Network. Find both those on HBUHuskies.com. There's a strike on the outside corner to Brents. Catch us the rest of the series tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Saturday in the finale at 1 o'clock. Otten is hung up in between first and second. Now he's in a rundown. And now this one skips past, and it's going to be an error. And Otten is heading to third. It's going to be a foot race. He's going to make it all the way to third on the throwing error by the shortstop. They had Otten picked off. So it's going to be an error on the shortstop, Pearson, that allows Otten to get all the way to third. Now the infield in for ACU. They're breaking ball up high to Brents. They're going to fly ball into left field. Farkas going back. Otten's going to tag. He does tag, and that's going to be it. As no throw in from Farkas. Otten scores easily, and it's 4-2 Huskies.
Left fielder number 14, Spencer Halloran.
Interesting. Farkas threw it to Scott, the center fielder, to throw it back into the infield. Those little details are not lost on head coach Jared Moon. Strike one to Spencer Halloran. Spencer singled in the first inning, reached on an error, and scored in the third. Fastball misses low, and it's 1-1. 2 outs, bases empty. Huskies with a 4-2 lead. Bottom of the fourth inning. And that's down low for ball 2. The drive into left, right at Farkas, makes the catch for the third out. We head to the fifth. HBU 4, ACU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
If you drive around in Texas, dude, you could be a polluter, and that's just rude, but there's a way to help keep the air clean. Gotta take care of your machine. It's the one with wheels, speedometer. This message goes out to both the sexes. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. Keep your engine tuned, keep air in the tires, make friends with a mechanic that's a guy with pliers. Please don't speed, that pollutes to the max. Don't sit there and idle, turn it off, relax. Read the paper, meditate. Combine errands if you can, carpool. Fill up with gas after dark when it's cool. If you see some car spitting out smoke, they're messing with the air, and that's no joke. The message is simple, it shouldn't perplex us. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. It doesn't matter if you drive a Ford or a Lexus. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation and the Texas Natural Resource Conservation Commission. Drive clean across Texas.
Top of the fifth inning in Houston. HBU with a 4-2 lead over Abilene Christian. It'll be Cole Solomon to lead it off, followed by Derek Scott and Luis Trevino for the Wildcats.
Catcher number 26, Cole Solomon.
Solomon 0 for 1. Struck out in the first inning, hit by a pitch, and scored in the third. A strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Pitch high and outside, 1-1 the count to Solomon. He's also in the same spot, up and away for a ball. Two-one pitch from Russ, swung on and missed. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down in the dirt for a full count. Payoff pitch. Just misses down and in for ball 4. Third straight leadoff base runner for ACU.
Center fielder number 7, Derek Scott.
Brings up Derek Scott, singled in the first inning. Sacrifice bunt in the third. The stolen base attempt. Throw down to second is in time for the out. So a swing and a miss. So 0-1 the count on Scott. Solomon retired. Blake Thomas adding a caught stealing to the pickoff he had earlier in the game. So foul back. 1-2 the count on Scott. And 1 for 1. Singled in the first inning. Sacrifice bunt in the third. Trevino followed with a 2-run single that put the Wildcats up 2-0 at the time. 1-2 pitch. Just gets a piece of that one off the end of the bat. Huskies would answer with 3 runs in the bottom of the third. Tacked on another last half inning. And HBU now leads at 4-2. Another pitch that Scott just gets a piece of to foul. Another 1-2 on the way, and a line drive, and Fitzgerald just hangs on to it. Had to tuck it in there like a wide receiver. Make sure he held on to the ball. Second out of the inning. Now to bring up Trevino.
Baseman number 24, Luis Trevino.
Trevino, 2 for 2. Single in the first, 2-run single in the third. Comes up with nobody on and 2 outs. That pitch misses down low for ball 1. Game 2 of the softball doubleheader in Nacogdoches. HBU and Stephen F. Austin tied up 1-1, trading solo home runs in the first inning. CeCe Bauer, her 6th of the year for HBU. Trevino with a drive down the right field line. Brent's giving chase. Will he have room? No, he does not. And it's 1-1. Breaking ball just misses off the outer edge. 2-1 the count on Trevino. Low and away again, 3-1 the count. Ground ball just wide of the third base bag. And a full count. Payoff pitch to Trevino. Ground ball back up the middle and a base hit. Wildcats, 8 hits in this game, have had a base hit in each inning.
Russell Crippen.
That brings up Russell Crippen. Struck out to end the first, singled in the third. Trevino with a short lead at first. That pitch low and away, and Thomas blocks it. That pitch hits the outside corner. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. So 1-2, 2 outs. Runner at first, top of the 5th inning. Huskies leading at 4-2. Pitch low and away, evening up the count on Crippen. Two-two pitch. That one gets inside on Crippen. Fouls it off towards the Huskies dugout on the third base side. Russ comes set. Another 2-2 on the way. That one just misses high. And the count goes full. Full count and 2 outs. Trevino will be on the move with the pitch. Payoff pitch on the way. Ground ball to third. Austin Zellweger with a good pick. And the throw over to first for the third out. Head to the bottom of the 5th inning. HBU 4, ACU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sophia Vergara. Hi, yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi!
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
Jake Pulshon to lead it off for the Huskies in the bottom of the 5th inning against Jonah Smith. Pitch called to strike. Smith, the right-hander, working out the stretch, even when the bases are empty. Pulshon 1 for 1, single in the first inning. Walked and scored in the third. Takes this one down low for a ball. Walk in the third, loaded the bases. The pitch misses for ball 2. That set up Tyler DePretta Johnson's 2-run single that tied the game at the time. Huskies have since tacked on 2 more and lead at 4-2. 2-1 from Smith. Misses up high to Pulshon. And that pitch misses inside, ball 4. Second walk for Pulshon today. This one a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 5th. That brings up Tyler DePretta Johnson. 1 for 1, walked in the first inning, 2-run single in the third. Now proud owner of a 10-game hitting streak this season. Takes that pitch upstairs for ball 1. Now the catcher Solomon going out to talk to Smith. That one also misses upstairs, 2-0. The drive into center field. That one is down for a base hit. Tyler DePretta Johnson stays hot. Another single. 2 runners on and nobody out.
Designated hitter number 5.
So that brings up Matt Heck. Head coach Jared Moon running through the signs, the third base coach. Volunteer assistant coach Brent Schmidt over at first base. Bench coach is Russell Stockton, pitching coach Xavier Hernandez. So now we'll see what Heck is asked to do here with nobody out. He's going to swing away and lift a fly ball into right center. Crippen coming over. Gives way to Scott. Makes the catch for the first out.
Third baseman number 15, Austin Zellweger.
That brings up Austin Zellweger. Austin 0 for 1. Fouled out to the catcher to lead off the second inning. And with the bases loaded in the third, was hit by a pitch, forcing in a run. That put the Huskies ahead 3-2. Takes this one high. One-0 to Zellweger. Ground ball through the left side, a base hit. Pulshawn being sent home by head coach Jared Moon, and there will not be a play at home. The Huskies lead it 5-2. As we said earlier, Farkas, we could tell earlier in the game that he cannot make that throw home. And Jake Pulshawn not with great speed, but head coach Jared Moon had no problem sending it home, and Farkas didn't make the throw home, sent it in to second base. So now we'll have a visit out to the mound, again by pitching coach Brad Flanders. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning, Huskies with a 3-run lead now. Both teams have 8 hits. The ACU has made 2 errors. Both of those contributing to a Husky run. Now Blake Thomas comes up. 0 for 2. Flied out to left in the second inning. Then bad luck in the third. A great play by Smith. A 1-2-3 double play. Blake with a ground ball back up the middle, and Smith barehanded it. Sent it to the catcher for the force out at home. And over to first to complete the double play to end the third inning. Had that ball gotten through, it would have been a huge inning for HBU. 1-0 the count on Thomas. Pitch on the way from Smith, down low for a ball. There is action in the ACU bullpen. Can't see a number behind the screen and behind the dugout, blocked from my view. That pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Two and 1 the count on Thomas. 1 out, runners at first and second. Smith with the pitch. And that one misses low and outside. Now 3-1. Thomas with a ground ball to third, backhanded by Warren, then throws it across to first and cannot be gloved by Trevino. So Thomas reaches on the fielder's choice. DePretta Johnson is forced out at third.
baseman number 10, Jack Fitzgerald.
So runners at first and second for Jack Fitzgerald. He's 0 for 2, flied out to left, and popped up to first. His 2 times up. Smith misses up high, and it's 1-0. There's a strike to Fitzgerald. Plays it low and away. Backhanded stop by Solomon. Zellweger at second, Thomas at first. Two on pitch to Fitzgerald, driven down the left field line, and that ball is foul. Jack has put the barrel on the ball a couple of times today. Just has not had the best of luck at the plate this season. See if he can get something going with 2 outs here in the 5th. 2-2 from Smith, and a drive to left field, sending Farkas back, and he will make the catch just shy of the warning track for the 3rd out. The Huskies leave a couple of runners on, and we head to the 6th inning. HBU 5, ACU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
We're passionate, delivering expert neurological care for adults and children. We're dedicated, responding to neurotrauma and stroke with Lifelight in our Level 1 Trauma Center. We're persistent, restoring lives at our Tier Rehabilitation and Research Hospital. We are Memorial Hermann. And we're making neuroscience breakthroughs every day.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
Go to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Anthony Dominguez to lead it off for the Wildcats, followed by Aaron Draper and Mark Pearson against Addison Russ. Dominguez is 0 for 2, flied out to center in the 2nd inning, grounded out to second to end the 3rd. First pitch down low for a ball. It's a called strike. Action in the Huskies bullpen. Right-hander Zach Carter getting loose. Foul ball on the left side, out of play. Addison Russ has crossed 80 pitches, 81 to be exact, 52 for strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Chopper in front of the plate. Blake Thomas calls it. And the throw over to first is low, but picked out by Pulshan for the first down. Carter has been the Huskies' number 3 starter all season long. But Huskies making a change to the rotation this weekend as Carter has struggled his last 2 starts. Huskies going to go with sophomore right-hander Dan Inslee on Saturday. Pitch is high to Draper for ball 1. So Carter now coming out of the bullpen, filling the role that Inslee had. See Christian Timms, senior left-hander, tomorrow. Foul back. It's 1-1. Timms was injured in his last start, had some muscle spasms. 1-1 pitch, taken for a strike. Left the game, Inslee came in, pitched 5 shutout innings in that Saturday victory over Central Arkansas. That's why Inslee getting the call this weekend. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Russ, and Draper just gets a piece of it to stay alive. There's strike 3 on the outside corner. 7th strikeout of the game for Russ. Addison struck out the side in the first inning, then again in the 4th.
Shortstop, number 12, Mark Pearson.
Now a strikeout of Draper here in the 6th. Brings up Mark Pearson. 1 for 2, doubled in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th. Takes a ball high and outside, and it's 1-0. Ground ball in the hole at short. DePretta Johnson with a long throw to first. That is not in time. An infield single for Pearson. And Addison Russ still has yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. The Wildcats recorded a base hit in all 6 innings. Now Hill and Warren to the plate. 0 for 2. Fouled out to the catcher in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking in the 4th. 9 hits for ACU. Scored 2 runs in the 3rd inning, and that's it. Huskies have scored in each of the last 3. So drive to center, and Otten makes the catch for the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 6th, HBU 5, ACU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before.
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
For the Huskies, the center fielder, number 9.
The top of the order for HBU with Zane Otten, Brandon Brents, and Spencer Halloran. Zane 2 for 3 today, flied out to right in the 1st inning. Singleton scored in the 3rd. Singleton scored again in the 4th. Pitch is taken down low for a ball. That pitch also misses, and it's 2-0. Jonas Smith working in his 4th inning for the Wildcats. Came in the 3rd in relief of Nick Skeffington, the starter. Skeffington got 1 out in the 3rd. Then Smith getting the final 2 on a double play. And a strike called to Otnes, 3-1. Smith pauses, and now the pitch and a pop-up on the infield. Pearson going back at shortstop. Makes the catch for the 1st out.
Right fielder, number 2, Brandon Brents.
Now Brandon Brents is the batter. 0 for 2, popped up to 2nd in the 1st inning, then again in the 3rd. Sacrifice fly in the 4th. There's a drive into left, a base hit for Brents.
Left fielder, number 14, Spencer Halloran.
That brings up Spencer Halloran. It's 1 for 3, singled in the 1st inning, reached on an error and scored in the 3rd, flied out to left in the 4th. He's up with 1 out and Brents at first. Smith with an off-speed pitch that misses down and in for ball 1 to Spencer Halloran. Brent's 1 for 2 in the stolen base category this season. The foul off the right side, 1-1. Check the Southland Conference scoreboard. Sam Houston State leading Stephen F. Austin 3-0. Top of the 3rd inning in Nacogdoches. All the other games at 6 o'clock tonight. Huskies leading 5-2, bottom of the 6th inning here in the Southland Conference Series opener at Husky Field. Smith delivers a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Brent's out to a good lead at first. There's a throw over. 1-2 pitch lifted into center field. Scott moving over, making the catch for the second out.
First baseman, number 40, Jake Pulshan.
Now Jake Pulshan to the plate. He's reached all 3 times today, a single in the first inning. Walked and scored in the third, walked and scored in the fifth. Came home last inning on the RBI single by Austin Zillweger. Now they have Brent's picked off. Trevino running Brent's back to second, and he is out. Made that play close at second, but Brent's picked off. We head to the 7th inning. HBU 5, ACU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association, because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Russ Renault welcoming you into Husky Field on a beautiful day in Houston on the Thursday to start the Southland Conference Series between HBU and Abilene Christian. Huskies with a 5-2 lead, top of the 7th inning. Addison Russ to face the top of the order, Dalen Farkas, Cole Solomon, and Derek Scott here for the Wildcats. Farkas 1 for 3, struck out in the first inning, singled and scored in the third, struck out in the fourth. Russ right at 90 pitches to start the 7th. Fastball down low for ball 1. Off the fist and into shallow left center, and DePretta Johnson can't get there. It's a leadoff single for Farkas.
Catcher number 26, Cole Solomon.
10th hit of the game for ACU. Out hitting the Huskies 10-9, but trail in the department that matters 5-2. Now the batter's Cole Solomon. So 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning, hit by a pitch and scored in the third, walked to lead off the fifth. Farkas 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts this season. Solomon squares to bunt, takes a ball outside. Zillweger on the grass at third. Throw over to first. Solomon gets the bunt down back to Russ, and it skips over him. It's going to be an error on Russ and a sacrifice for Solomon.
Center fielder number 7, Derek.
So runners at first and second, nobody out. Skipped right over the glove of Addison Russ, allowing Solomon to reach. First error of the game for the Huskies. Wildcats have made 2. Each of the Wildcat errors leading to a run. So now Derek Scott, who has a sacrifice bunt already this game. He's 1 for 2. Singled in the first, the sacrifice in the third, lined out in the fifth. Same situation Scott had back in the third inning. Laid down a nice bunt down the third baseline. Doesn't square the bunt, pops it up behind home plate, and that'll get out of play. JT Newton, the sophomore right-hander, now warming up in the HBU bullpen. Home won the count on Scott. Squares the bunt this time. Throw down to second. So 1-1 the count on Scott. Swinging away on the first pitch. Squared the bunt on the last one. Showing bunt here. Gets it down the third baseline. Zellweger charging. Throw to first, and Pulshawn digs it out. Another sacrifice for Scott as the runners move up to second and third. Luis Trevino comes up. Singled all 3 times. Once in the first inning, 2-run single in the third, and a single in the fifth. The third inning, it was the same situation. Farkas and Solomon reached, and Scott moved them over with a sacrifice bunt. And Trevino followed with a single back in the third. That has accounted for both of Abilene Christian's runs. Huskies leading at 5-2, top of the 7th inning, 1 out. And pitching coach Xavier Hernandez out to talk to Addison Russ. Conversation is over. I would come back. Farkas at third, Solomon at second. Trevino at the plate. Now time is called at the plate. Russ from the stretch. The first pitch on the way. Trevino checks his swing. And it's ball 1. It's a fastball that misses down low, 2-0 to Trevino. Russ sets. Down the 2-0 pitch. A drive that slices foul down the right field line. 100th pitch of the game for Addison Russ. He's thrown 64 for strikes. Trevino digs back in. Runners lead away from second and third. Pitch on the way. Missing high for ball 3. The 3-1 to Trevino, and a ground ball back to Russ. Comes home with it. They have the runner hung up between home and third. And Blake Thomas gets it to Zellweger, and the Huskies get the lead runner. Fielder's choice for Trevino as he reaches first. Solomon stays put at second. Farkas out 1-2-5. Big out for the Huskies, with Russell Crippen now coming to the plate. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Crippen is 1 for 3, struck out in the first inning, singled in the third, grounded out to third to end the fifth. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 0-1. It's a foul ball, and Russ out in front of the count. It's 0-2. Two outs here in the top of the seventh. Huskies leading by 3. ACU with a couple of runners on. The 0-2, and a breaking ball that just misses for ball 1. It's a great pitch from Addison Russ. Hard one for Russell Crippen to lay off of unless he was just completely fooled by it. Almost came back into the strike zone. Here's the 1-2. And that one is inside and hits him. So you go from a pitch that borderline striking out on to a hit by pitch to load the bases. So bases loaded, 2 outs for Anthony Dominguez, the ACU designated hitter. Dominguez 0 for 3. Flying out to center in the second, grounded out to second in the third, and hit a tapper in front of the plate for a ground out in the sixth. Bases loaded, 2 outs, Huskies leading by 3. Russ with the pitch, and a foul ball off the left side. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count on Dominguez. Russ comes set and now delivers. And Dominguez swings and just gets a piece of it. Solomon at third, Trevino at second, Crippen at first. Russ looking in to his catcher, Thomas. Pauses at the chest and another 0-2. Breaking ball just misses high. And it's 1-2. .110 pitches thrown in this game so far for Russ. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a line drive back up the middle, a base hit. That'll score 1. Runner being waved home, and it's a 2-run single for Dominguez. The Wildcats cut the Huskies' lead to 5-4.
Second baseman, number 9, Aaron Draper.
So it's a 1-run game now. And Aaron Draper coming up. Draper 1 for 3, flied out to center in the second inning. Singled the lead off the fourth, struck out in the sixth. First pitch down low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch to Draper. Down low for ball 2. Russ with a 2-0 pitch and looped into right field, and that is down for a base hit. Brents will come home with it, but too late. And we're tied up 5-5.
The shortstop, number 12, Mark Pearson.
And now head coach Jared Moon out of the bullpen. We're going to have a pitching change for the Huskies. We will tell you about HBU's new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
But what about you? When you text that really cute guy you met at a party on Friday, and he immediately texts you back, you celebrate with an ice-cold Pepsi. Sounds good, doesn't it?
But why stop there? The refreshing taste of Pepsi is the perfect way to celebrate anything. Like when you and your roommate order a pizza and the delivery guy throws in extra breadsticks, no charge. That's worth a Pepsi celebration. break out the Pepsi.
New pitcher for the Huskies is sophomore right-hander JT Newton, 6'1", 210 pounds, from Bangs, Texas. Bangs High School, Cisco Junior College. JT making his team-leading 14th appearance. 2-0 record, 4 saves, 1.96 ERA. He's given up 5 runs on 17 hits, 25 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 23 innings. So Newton comes into a tie ball game with 2 outs and 2 runners on for ACU. Runners at first and third. Be facing Mark Pearson, the shortstop. Pearson is 2 for 3, doubled in the second inning. Struck out in the 4th and singled in the 6th. Addison Russ just couldn't get that final out here in the top of the 7th inning. Now the Wildcats have tied it. That pitch misses down low for a ball. That one's outside. It's 2-0. Dominguez at third, Draper at first. The throw down to first. Pitch is outside, and it's 3-0. That one's outside, and the bases are loaded. Only the third walk issued all season by Newton. So I'm going to have some kind of lineup change. We're going to have a pinch hitter for the third baseman, Warren. It's going to be Kobe Claiborne. Sophomore left-handed batter from Wolford, Texas. Bases loaded and 2 outs, and Claiborne the pinch hitter. There's a strike from Newton. Claiborne hitting .298, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, and 13 runs scored. A drive down the left field line, and that one is slicing foul. So Newton ahead in the count 0-2. We're all tied up, 5-5, top of the 7th inning. Wildcats have scored 3 runs here in the top of the 7th. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. Claiborne, the left-handed batter, steps in. Newton sets at the belt. And the 0-2 on the way. Chopper to second. Fitzgerald will flip it to DePretta Johnson for the force out at second. So the Wildcats leave the bases loaded. And we head to the 7th inning stretch, all tied at 5. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Memorial Hermann, we're many parts working in harmony, performing more brain and spinal surgeries than anyone in Houston, conducting groundbreaking research at our Misher Neuroscience Institute, establishing the region's largest network of certified stroke centers, Some might say this makes for an accomplished performance, but to us, it's all in a day's work. Memorial Herman. Breakthroughs every day.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to HoustonFCU.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Jake Pulshon to lead it off against Jonas Smith. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning of a 5-5 tie. In the series opener between HBU and Abilene Christian. Ball one high to Pulshon. Jake has reached all 3 times, single in the first, walked and scored in the third, walked and scored in the 5th. Takes a strike. Smith with his 50th pitch of the game. He's only thrown 25 of those 50 for strikes. Smith working out of a couple of jams. Breaking ball misses high, and it's 2-1. Pitch in on the hands, fouled back, and just dropping in front of us here. It's 2-2 to Pulshon. New third baseman for the Wildcats, David Ruan. So drive to second base. Draper reaches out and snags it for out number 1. Ruan, a sophomore from Abilene, listed as a pitcher, but now playing third in place of Warren. Brings up Tyler DePretta Johnson. Shows bunt. Takes a pitch outside. Tyler 2 for 2 for 2, walked in the first inning. 2-run single in the third and a single in the 5th. There's a blast up the middle. And another base hit for DJ. Now Matt Heck to the plate.
Hitter number 5, Matt Heck.
1 for 3. Popped up to short in the first inning. As we said, just missed a grand slam in that at bat on the first pitch. Just going inches foul. Single in the third inning for Heck, and then fly out to center field. We have a new pitcher for the Wildcats. So we'll take a break and tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Legacy Sports Network.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, 2 peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? God, gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
New pitcher into the game for ACU. Senior right-hander Zach Cornelli, 6'3", 205 pounds, from North Richland Hills, Texas, McLennan Community College. Cornelli making his 12th appearance. No record, 5.51 ERAs, giving up 12 runs. 10 of them earned on 19 hits, 17 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 16 in a third innings. So here to face Matt Heck with 1 out and 1 on in a tie ball game. 5-5, bottom 7 here in Houston. First pitch to Heck, a breaking ball, swung on and missed. DePretta Johnson, the runner at first. Pitch is outside, throw down to first. Not in time. It's 1-1. Heck digs in. Cornelli sets, and now the pitch. Another slider that misses high, and it's 2-1. Cornelli from the stretch, 2-1 pitch, up high for ball 3. The 3-1. Down low and away for ball 4. Now a couple of runners on for Austin Zellweger.
Third baseman number 15, Austin Zellweger.
Zellweger 1 for 2. Fouled out to the catcher in the second inning. Hit by a pitch for an RBI in the third. RBI single in the fifth. And pops this one up into foul territory down the left side. Ruitt and the catcher, the shortstop, Pearson, Farkas all giving chase, but it falls foul. 0-1 the count on Zellweger. ACU 5 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. HBU 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Cornelli takes a look at the runner at second. Now the 0-1 on the way. And a strike called. Zellweger behind in the count, 0-2. Foul ball on the right side. And Zellweger stays alive. Cornelli with the 0-2. And Zellweger staying alive again, fouling one back to the screen. Pitch on the way, and a breaking ball that misses high for ball one. One and two the count, one out, runners at first and second. Corneli with a look in. Now the pitch to Zellweger. That one's up and in to even the count at 2-2. The 2-2. Up and in, ball three. Payoff pitch to Zellweger. Fouls it back. The ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up to Zellweger. Corneli delivers, and that one is fouled away. Count still 3-2 with one out. Corneli with the pitch, and Zellweger once again fouling one back. That was the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Zellweger was down the count 0-2, fouled off two 0-2 pitches, took three straight balls. Now it's fouled off three straight. Freda Johnson at second, Heck at first. Zellweger with a foul ball off the right side. All tied up, 5-5, bottom seven. One out, two on for HBU. Corneli from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Finally gets Zellweger, swing and a miss on the 12th pitch of the at-bat for out number two.
Catcher number 35, Blake Thomas.
First entry, Psychology 101. Dysfunctional. Yeah, doesn't bring me nothing stupid. If you don't know me.
So Blake Thomas at the plate. 2 on and 2 outs. Takes a slider for a strike on the inside corner. Thomas fouls it back, down the count 0-2. Pitch is up high from Cornelli. The 1-2 to Thomas. Down and in. Gets away from the catcher and goes into the dugout. Runners move up on the wild pitch. And it's 2-2 to Thomas. Cornelli delivers, and Thomas with a foul ball out of play. There's a line drive that is snagged by the shortstop Pearson on the fly for the third out. That saved a couple of runs, and we're still tied as we head to the 8th. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Everybody said that I could be a barrel and a rodeo on TV. Even then, they'd ask me. I said, I've got other plans. Yeah, I'm a garbage can along the highway side. I'm here to help you understand. If you're gonna drive in Texas, you gotta throw your trash in the can. Hey, this is Jack Ingram. Remember, don't mess with Texas.
Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Russ Renault back here at Husky Field, top of the 8th inning. And HBU and Abilene Christian tied up 5-5. Be the top of the order due up for ACU with Dalen Farkas, Cole Solomon, and Derek Scott, all facing JT Newton, who got the final out in the 7th inning. Here's Farkas, 2 for 4. Struck out in the first, singled and scored in the third, struck out in the fourth, singled. Was thrown out at home in the 7th inning. A pop up on the infield, Fitzgerald taking charge and making the catch for the first out. Back to that play that ended the bottom of the 7th inning. Mark Pearson laying out, making a backhanded diving stop on the line drive by Blake Thomas. That got into left. That was easily going to score 2 runs for the Huskies. As it stands, Pearson's play saved it for the Wildcats. It's 5-5 here in the 8th. Pitch to Solomon, a strike on the outside corner. Popped up on the left side. It's going to get out of play. It's 0-2. Newton sets, and now the pitch on the way. Misses low and away for ball one. The 1-2 to Solomon. Driven to center. Otten going back. Zane stops and makes the catch for out number 2.
Center fielder number 7, Derek Scott.
That brings up Derek Scott. 1 for 2 today. Single in the first inning, sacrifice bunt in the third, lined out the second, the fifth, sacrifice bunt in the seventh. Fouls the first pitch back from Newton, and it's 0-1. Outside, 1-1 the count on Scott. Newton with the 1-1 pitch. Down and in, ball 2. The ground ball to first. Pulshawn knocks it down, picks it up, steps on the bag. First 1-2-3 inning of the game for HBU, and we head down to the bottom of the 8th. All tied up at 5. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Be 9-1-2 due up for the Huskies here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jack Fitzgerald, Zane Otten, and Brandon Brents. Jack is 0 for 3. He's made good contact twice. Flying out to left in the second and the fifth. Takes a strike from Cornelli. Cornelli from the windup now, the 0-1. And that pitch is fouled back. HBU and Abilene Christian all tied up at 5, bottom of 8 here in Houston. Cornelli with a pitch and a drive to center. That sends Scott back. He makes a catch for the first out.
Center fielder number 9, Zane Otten.
Zane Otten comes up. 2 for 4 today. Flying out to right in the first inning. Singled and scored in the third. Singled and scored in the fourth. Popped up to short in the sixth. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball one outside. Popped up down the right field line, Crippen over, and that one will fall a couple of feet foul. And it's 1-1. Said with his pair of singles, Zane has hit safely in his last 6 games. One pitch inside for ball 2. And there's a drive into right center field. That's down for a base hit. 3rd hit of the game for Otten. A 1-out single.
Right fielder number 2, Brendan Brents.
Now Brandon Brents comes up. Brandon's 1 for 3, popped up to second a couple of times, then had a sac fly to left in the 4th inning, singled in the 6th. Takes the ball down low. Zane stole a base earlier in the game. Came around to score that inning. Was also dead to rights on a pickoff, but an error allowed him to go to 3rd on the play. The ground ball off the glove of the pitcher and into center field. Otten is around second and heading for 3rd. So another base hit for Brandon Brents, and Zane Otten into 3rd base with 1 out.
Left fielder number 14, Spencer Halloran.
Right off the glove of the pitcher Cornelli. And into center field, and that slowed it down enough that Otten was able to go to 3rd. We have another visit from pitching coach Brad Flanders for Abilene Christian. Talking to Zach Cornelli and the catcher Solomon. Head coach Jared Moon has gathered up Zane Otten, Brandon Brents, and the batter Spencer Halloran. So now Spencer Halloran, the batter, with runners on the corners and 1 out. HBU and Abilene Christian tied up at 5. Head coach Jared Moon going through the signs over at 3rd base. Otten at 3rd and Brents at 1st. Halloran digs in. Cornelli with the pitch, a slider in there for strike 1. Halloran 1 for 4, singled in the 1st inning, reached on an error and scored in the 3rd. Pitch down low. Brents is going to head to 2nd. He's going to be in there on the wild pitch. So that certainly changes things, taking away the force at 2nd. Now we're going to have a substitution in left field as Miles Pascal will head out to left, taking the place of Dalen Farkas. Going to have Farkas was not able to make throws to home from left field. Allowed the Huskies to score a couple of times from second base. Britt Bonneau not going to take that chance on letting another run come through on a single to left. They're going to intentionally walk Halloran. Infield is in. I don't know that you want to take Farkas's bat out of the lineup in a tie game, because the Brents would likely score from second base anyway, past the drawn in infield. Now Jake Pulshan at the plate. The bases loaded and one out, and the Huskies tied up with Abilene Christian 5-5, bottom of the 8th inning. And there's a squeeze, and Pulshan gets the bunt down, and he's going to be safe at first. Huskies take the lead 6-5 on a bunt single by Jake Pulshan.
The shortstop, number 3, Tyler DeProta Johnson.
So the base is still loaded for Tyler DePreta Johnson, who's 3 for 3 today with a walk, 2 RBIs. That was a suicide squeeze all the way, and DePreta Johnson takes a strike. Otten was on his way home. Pulshan got the bunt down. Perfect spot between the first baseman and the pitcher. The 0-1 from Cornelli, and DePreta Johnson able to check his swing on the high fastball. It's 1-1. DJ now hitting .340 on the season after his 3 hits today. And there's a swing, and the Huskies had another squeeze on. That pitch was high and inside. DePreta Johnson just fouling that one back. That one was not going to be pretty if he had missed that one. Huskies don't want to run themselves out of this inning. Have taken the lead, but like to get some more. It's 1-2 now. The pitch is low and away, evening up the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way, and DePreta Johnson with a fly ball into right. And that one is still coming in. Crippen can't make the play, and it's going to be a force out at second. But the Huskies score another run, and it's 7-5. So the Huskies lead at 7-5 with Matt Heck coming up. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Pulshan forced out at second. Crippen was just kept coming in, and it was a shallow fly ball he couldn't get to. Jake was really hung up. Can't blame Jake on that play. Strike 1 to Matt Heck. 1 for 3 today. Pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. The drive into left center field. Scott going back and makes the catch for the third out. But the Huskies score 2 and take the lead as we head to the ninth. HBU 7, Abilene Christian 5. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to houstonfcu.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
A firefighter's duty. Fighting fires, rescuing citizens, performing copious kettlebell exercises demands a daring degree of readiness. A degree of readiness achieved eating fulfillingly flavorful Firehouse subs. With premium carved meats and cheeses steamed to tasty magnificence, then piled onto toasted rolls. Is your footwear connected to your pants? No, it's not. Because you're not a firefighter. But you can be ready like one. Firehouse Subs, the hero of all subs.
JT Newton back out there for the ninth inning now, nursing a 7-5 lead for the Huskies, trying to close this one out and get the series opening victory. Abilene Christian will send the heart of its order up with Luis Trevino. Russell Crippen and Anthony Dominguez due up.
Leading off the ninth for the Wildcats.
Trevino,
First baseman,
3 for 4.
Luis Trevino.
Singled his first 3 times up. In the first inning, a 2-run single in the third. Single in the fifth, then reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the seventh. Here he is to lead it off. First time facing Newton. And then drives that one into left field. And that's Halloran's going to come over and cut it off. So a single to lead it off for Trevino. And that brings up Russell Crippen.
Right fielder number 10, Russell Crippen.
1 for 3. Struck out to end the first inning. Singled in the third. Grounded out to third in the fifth. Hit by a pitch and scored in the seventh. Pitch low and away for a ball. 1-0. Abilene Christian scored 2 runs in the top of the third. Huskies answered with 3 in the bottom half. Huskies scored a run in the fourth, a run in the fifth to lead at 5-2. 1-0 on the way. Crippen swings and misses. And ACU, 3 unearned runs in the top of the seventh inning to tie it up 5-5, and the Huskies scoring 2 in the bottom of the eighth to take a 7-5 lead. Trevino with the leadoff single here in the top of the ninth inning. Crippen at the plate. Pitch is inside and hits Crippen.
Designated hitter number 13.
So the tying runs, potential tying runs for the Wildcats on base with Dominguez coming up. Corner infielders in for HBU, expecting a bunt from Dominguez. Chopper towards third. DePretta Johnson will throw it over to first. Knocked down by Pulshan. Runner coming home, and that will make it 7-6.
Second baseman, number 9, Aaron Draper.
So now runners on the corners, a 7-6 ball game now. Still nobody out here in the ninth. Gonna have his pinch runner over at first.
Kitchen plays pinch running for the Wildcats at first base, number 1, Chaz Peterson.
There was an error on that last play. The throw by Austin Zellweger was blocked by Pulshan. Going to give a single to Dominguez. But Trevino's going to score on the throw. The throwing error by Zellweger. Runners at first and third. Nobody out. Top of the ninth inning. Huskies leading only by 1 now. Pinch runner at first base. Chaz Peterson, freshman from Coppell. The throw over to first. It's a good one. Good move by Newton, but the throw into the dirt and blocked by Pulshan. There's a bunt laid down. Newton can't field it cleanly. It's going to be an error on Newton. That drives home Crippen. Second time today, Huskies pitcher has failed to field a bunt. That led to 3 unearned runs in the 7th, and now 2 runs here in the 9th. First and second, nobody out. And the ball gets away from Blake Thomas, a wild pitch. And moves the runners up to second and third. Tied up 7-7, and this inning getting away from HBU. Still tied, but runners at second and third, nobody out. Mark Pearson at the plate, and the infield comes in for the Huskies. Ground ball to short. Tyler DePretta Johnson makes a great play. And over to first for the out. That holds everybody in their places.
Pinch hitting for the Wildcats, number 5, Bradley Lewis.
So we're going to have a pinch hitter for Pascal, who came as a defensive replacement in left field. Going to be Bradley Lewis, junior from Las Vegas. Infield still in for the Huskies. So 1 out, runners at second and third, tied up 7-7, top of 9. Down and away for ball 1. A swing and a miss. Strike 1 from Newton. Foul ball back. It's 1-2. And a swing and a miss and a strikeout for JT Newton. A big spot here.
Left fielder number 11, Miles Paschal.
There's a strike to Pascal. And it's 1-1. And popped up on the infield. Fitzgerald will make the play for the third out. And we head to the bottom of the ninth, still tied at 7. You're listening to HBU Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles, joy of fun, joy of Pepsi on your tongue. Greatest taste sensation under the sun.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
We go to the bottom of the ninth inning, but ACU has yet to put a third baseman out there. It's going to end up being the catcher, Solomon. He's going to go to third base. So Solomon's going to third, and we'll see who the catcher is going to be. Solomon was warming up Cornelli. So now the new catcher. Can't see the number because his catching gear's on. The catcher's number 41, Lane Borland, freshman from Abilene.
Moving from catcher to third base, number 26, Cole Solomon. And now catching, number 41, Lane Borland.
So Borland the catcher. Solomon is at third base, and Austin Zellweger to lead it off against Zach Cornelli. And strike one to Zellweger. Pitch is high for ball one. Zellweger 1 for 3 today. Found out to the catcher in the second inning. Hit by a pitch for an RBI in the third. RBI single in the fifth. Struck out in the seventh. That pitch misses low, and it's 2-1. So 12 pitch at bat in the seventh inning. Zellweger finally struck out. There's a drive down the right field line. That's down for a base hit. Zellweger is around first. He will stop there. A leadoff base hit for Austin Zellweger. So that'll bring up Blake Thomas. See if Blake is in a bunting situation here. Solomon believes he is. Already well in on the grass at third. Squares the bunt, gets it down. Solomon will go to first. Sacrifice bunt for Blake Thomas. That brings up Jack Fitzgerald. Jack is 0 for 4. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Wildcats as Britt Bonneau comes back out again. And that is going to be it for Cornelli. So a new pitcher for the Wildcats. We'll take a break. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Are you looking for a totally free checking account? Houston Federal Credit Union has it, and it's packed with free services like mobile banking with person-to-person transfers and mobile bill pay. And Houston Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of HBU athletics. So stop by their office at 6808 Bentliff Drive and experience a better way of banking. Visit HoustonFCU.org for more information. Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
New pitcher for Abilene Christian. senior right-hander Caleb Doherty, 6'3", 190 pounds, from Keller to McLennan Community College. Doherty making his 13th appearance for the Wildcats, 0-1 with an 8.56 ERA. He's given up 14 runs, 13 of them earned, on 25 hits with 12 strikeouts and 5 walks, 13 2/3 innings. On here to face Jack Fitzgerald with 1 out, and Austin Zellweger, the runner, at second. Game tied up 7-7, bottom of the 9th inning. So here's Fitzgerald. And Doherty from the stretch. First pitch on the way, down low for ball 1. Zellweger led off the 9th with a single down the right field line. Blake Thomas followed with a sacrifice bunt. That pitch misses outside, and it's 2-0. Abilene Christian coming back to score 2 runs in the top of the 9th to tie it at 7. Huskies with a runner at second here with 1 out. 2-0 to Fitzgerald. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Doherty looks in. Takes a look at Zellweger at second. Two-one pitch on the way, outside for ball 3. Three and 1 the count to Fitzgerald. Doherty sets. And the pitch on the way, and a ground ball to first. That is grabbed by Trevino, steps on the bag for the second out. That moves Zellweger over to third base. Brings up Zane Otten, who has 3 hits today. Singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Singled and scored in the 4th, singled and scored in the 8th. So runner at 3rd, 2 outs. HBU and ACU tied up at 7. Otten with a bunt down the 3rd baseline, and that one rolls foul. Solomon, who in the game starting catcher, playing back at 3rd. It was the right idea. Thought they might do that with Solomon over at 3rd and trying to test him. But it's fouled off for strike 1. So Solomon moves more even with the bag now at 3rd. The 0-1 pitch to Otten, and a bouncing ball to short, deep in the hole, and the throw is not in time, and the Huskies win on a walk-off infield single by Zane Otten. Your final score, Huskies 8, Abilene Christian 7 here in the series opener. We'll come back on the HBU Huskies postgame show to wrap this one up for you. A walk-off infield single, 4th hit of the game for Zane Otten. You're listening to Huskies Baseball. Come back on the postgame show right after this.
A firefighter's duty. Fighting fires, rescuing citizens, performing copious kettlebell exercises demands a daring degree of readiness. A degree of readiness achieved eating fulfillingly flavorful Firehouse subs. With premium carved meats and cheeses steamed to tasty magnificence, then piled onto toasted rolls. Is your footwear connected to your pants? No, it's not. Because you're not a firefighter. But you can be ready like one. Firehouse Subs, the hero of all subs.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Russ Renaud back here after an 8-7 HBU victory over Abilene Christian, the series opener of the Southland Conference series between the Huskies and the Wildcats. Huskies go to 15-15, 7-6 in the Southland, while the Wildcats fall to 9-21 overall, 1-15 in the league. Offensively for HBU, Zay Naughton 4 for 6, gets the game-winning RBI and a walk-off infield single. Stole a base and scored 3 times. Brandon Brent's 2 for 4, an RBI and a run scored. Spencer Halloran 1 for 4 and a run. Jake Pulshawn 2 for 3, walked twice, drove in a run, scored twice. Tyler DePreda Johnson extends his hitting streak to 10 games now, going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And I also mentioned the Otten's hitting streak now at 6 games. Austin Zillweger 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, and scores the game-winning run. Offensively for the Wildcats, Luis Trevino 4 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And Anthony Dominguez 2 for 5 and a pair of RBIs. Russell Crippen going 1 for 3 and scoring twice. Dalen Farkas 2 for 5 with a run. Aaron Draper and Mark Pearson each with a pair of hits. Draper driving in 2 for the Wildcats. The pitching lines, JT Newton getting his 3rd win of the season. He's 3-0. Zach Cornelli suffers his first loss of the year. He's 0-1. Newton allowing 2 runs, 1 of them earned on 2 hits, with a strikeout and a walk in 2 1/3 innings of relief of Addison Russ, who allowed 5 runs, 2 earned on 12 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk in 6 2/3. For the Wildcats, the starter was Nick Skeffington. Gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 5 hits, no strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 1/3 innings. Jonas Smith goes 4 strong innings in relief, 2 runs, 1 earned, 5 hits, no strikeouts, and a walk in 4. And then Cornelli, 3 runs, 4 hits, strikeout, and 2 walks in 2 innings. And he put the eventual game-winning run on base in the 9th inning. Doherty gave up the run, but that one charged to Cornelli, and he gets the loss. We'll take a look at the Southland Conference scoreboard one last time. Only one other game in progress. The other one's going to get underway in about a half an hour. And Sam Houston State leading Stephen F. Austin 3-2, bottom of the 8th inning in Nacogdoches. Other games at 6 o'clock, Texas A&M Corpus Christi at Lamar. Northwestern State at Southeastern Louisiana, New Orleans at McNeese, Incarnate Word at Nichols, and the non-conference series this weekend, Dallas Baptist is at Central Arkansas. Come back tomorrow at 2 o'clock for the first pitch, 1:45 on the pregame show on Good Friday, as we celebrate the Easter weekend this weekend, and that Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. Tomorrow, a 2 o'clock start. Saturday, a 1 o'clock start. Pregame show starts 15 minutes prior to each first pitch. Once again, your final score, HBU 8, Abilene Christian 7 here in the Southland Conference Series opener. It's been Russ Renault thanking you for joining us on this Thursday. Come back tomorrow on YouTube and the Legacy Sports Network, HBUHuskies.com. You can access all the broadcasts. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.
You've been listening to HBU Husky Sports on the Husky Sports Network, powered by the Legacy Sports Network. HBU Athletics thanks our corporate sponsors who make these broadcasts available. Houston Federal Credit Union, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Pepsi, IBEW Local 716, Firehouse Subs, Kolache Factory, HUB International, and Doubletree Suites Hotels. That wraps it up for now, and until we see you next time, so long and dogs up.